There we go. What's up, Cooligans? It's the Coolian here, and today we're going to talk about ring lights.
Yo.
So ring lights have become pretty popular. I know they're used a lot in streaming. They're often used nowadays for actors to be doing their own audition tapes. It's definitely got a very specific look to it that rings back to the 80s glamour shots. And so I kind of wanted to talk about what a ring light is actually doing to your image, why it looks the way it does, and how you can use it for your setups. So a ring light is essentially how it's described. It is a ring of light. So the way you're supposed to use the ring light is that the lens is supposed to shoot through the ring. That's kind of something that a lot of people don't actually realize, is that the point of a ring light is to shoot through it. And what that does is creates a very even frontal light that is flattering for a lot of people. When light is coming at you from the front, it's actually eliminating a lot of the textures that are on your face. So any of the wrinkles or maybe some acne or scars that you might have, the depth of them, the texture of them is reduced significantly. But on the other hand, the color is made more prominent. So if you have some red skin or anything like that, it actually might come out a little bit more coming through the ring light than, let's say, from side lighting. Now, one of the characteristics of light is that wherever light is hitting, shadow is behind it, right? So whereas we would normally have, let's say if a light was hitting me from the angle over here, we'd have some shadow over here. Because the light of this ring light is coming from every direction around the lens, the shadow is not going in any one specific direction. It's actually creating a shadow halo around me, right? So as you can see, if I lift up my arm over here, you can see that there's like a halo of shadow around me, right? That's gonna be reduced the further I am away from the background. I'd say right now I'm probably about 4 or 5 feet from the background. So the further I get from the background, the less of an impact this light is gonna have on that, because this light won't be lighting the background as well as me. Right now, this is the only light that's in my room other than the window light that's coming from the side, but it's getting quite dark outside. So that halo of shadow is the biggest tell of a ring light other than the catch light, which is the light reflection in your eyes. But it's a really easy light to set up, and that's why it's probably become so popular, is that it's just very easy to plop up, put the lens through, and you look pretty good in it. I think I look pretty good in it. They're also not very expensive because there's such a huge demand for it right now. You can get these on Amazon for pretty cheap. And they're compact, they're portable. I have a newer ring light, and I'll leave the link in the description if anyone's interested in it. And you know, it's decent. It's got some diffusion around the front. Really the only issue is that the connector to the power is very loose, so it flickers if someone moves it too much, but whatevs. A ring light can be used like any other light, right? As long as I take it off of the lens and put it at an angle, or put it on the side, or put it whatever, at that point it's essentially just becoming a regular light, right? The ring at that point doesn't offer anything. Really, the whole is to be shot through with a lens. So if it's not doing that, it basically becomes just like a regular other light. Like for example, if I've just put it off to the side like this, I mean, at that point now we have kind of like a 3/4 side lighting, and I could raise it up even more and have that. Or, you know, if I turn the light against the wall and blast it off the wall, then it can become like a global lighting kind of situation here. All that being said is that you have a ring light, but it can be taken off and used as a different kind of light. All right, let's put this back. Oh my God, that's bright. Whoa! Kind of one of the added benefits of a ring light is that it can be used really well as a fill light. And that basically means to determine the brightness of the shadows if you're using another light. So let's go see if there's hopefully enough sunlight that we can do an example of exactly that. So a quick example of using the ring light as a fill light would be in this situation right now. I'm sitting right next to my window, and let's say it's giving me some side lighting like this. You usually would have either another light or a bounce coming in over here, but if you also just have a ring light, I'm just gonna turn this on at its lowest So this is it at its lowest power. You can see it's kind of filling in the shadows of my face. And so if you're using this with a second light, like a softbox or something in your studio space or whatever, this can be used as a fill, not just as the main light. So something to consider. The final characteristic is that obviously things that are closer to a light are brighter. And so if I'm doing something like this might be really distracting because my hands are really bright. So if you need to be moving forward and back, this might not be the best light for that situation, just because it's gonna be constantly getting bright and dark and stealing the attention away from whatever the main focus is meant to be. So that's it, friends. It's a quickie. Right now, this is I'm rearranging my stream space right now because I put up a chin-up bar, as I was saying before. I can't close the door, so I need to make up a new background. So I've moved some stuff around. Oh, 1 second. Oh, snap! Now that's a background. That's a background. Thank you all for joining today. If you have any other questions about ring lights, please let me know in the comments. And that's it, that's all. It's a quickie. Friends, have a good one. Bright, dark. Bright, dark. I'm 33 years old.